All right, we are recapping the third week of the year. So we're going to, as usual, cover the buys and account performance year to date. So let's get right into the action. All right, so markets were closed Monday, so Tuesday the 21st. We had our automated buys of CGDV and DivB. Small note, so there were, because the price of the two ETFs went up, the actual buys were for slightly less shares. So that's part of dollar cost averaging. Some weeks or some buys there will be less shares, and some other weeks there will be more shares. Okay, we're going to continue to put in about $100 each into each every week. All right, so moving to the performance year to date. So through 3 weeks, we see again SPACs, another $200 out of SPACs into DivB and CGDV. Pretty much everything else had a nice bump up, coming off of a soft week 2. So pretty much everything is positive year to date. The clear exception is, of course, Apple. So I mentioned last week that it did have a quick run up to 260. So the pullback is not that surprising. I think what will be interesting is if it breaks and holds below 220. The NVIDIA put is kind of another interesting one. So at the end of last week's recap, on the 14th of January, it was at 203. At the end of the 15th, just one day later, it was at 65, and now it's at $6. And the stock looks pretty strong pre-market, so it'll probably open up around maybe a couple bucks. So that's options for you. So if you're not familiar with options, they can move very fast, over seemingly overnight. So definitely something you want to be mindful of if you're starting your options journey. Okay. So total account is up $630, about 1.4% year to date. Of course, without Apple, it would be closer to being up about $800, which would be about 1.8% year to date. So overall, not too bad. Again, we're just 21 days into the year. So that wraps up week 3, 2025. So hope everyone has a great week in the market, and on to the next week.